Good morning. Hey, Lena. Good morning. Good morning. So good to see you this morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to have you come in. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever it is that you are watching the broadcast. Hello, 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 everyone. Hey, Brian. Good morning, Brian. Good morning and welcome, Judith. Good morning, Judith. Welcome, welcome. So, whenever you're watching the broadcast, thank you for being here. Good morning, Bernie. Thank you. Happy day to you as well. Happy day to you as well. Yes, yes, yes. So, if you're watching the broadcast live, thank you. Let's do what we do. Jacqueline, good morning. How wonderful to have you here. If you're watching it live, that's so great. It's wonderful to be able to see you. If you are watching it, as a replay, right? Hashtag, make sure you hashtag and replay. If you are watching and I might not ever know you're watching, I appreciate you watching when you watch. And if you are one of those people who are going to be used as a secret agent by Papa at some point later when I need the encouragement, you're going to come kind of out the blue and just say, hey, I listen to you. And your words have made a difference in my life. And I'm going to, be grateful and give Papa the glory, right? Because his creation, I am his creation. And, he imparted some elements in me that has me to, as I honor it, the creation, and honor what's in me, and honor the baby in my belly, and honor the thing that makes my soul sing, which, is a part of my DNA, my divine DNA, then I get to show up in this way that bless people in unique ways. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I am grateful. So thank you all for being on with me this morning. I am happy to be able to journey. Like, of course I can do the 540 by myself, but I don't want to. I don't want to. Like, it's funner, right? Funner. It's more fun. It's just more livelier to do it with, amongst the beloved. And you are. I count you as amongst the beloved. So I want to remind us that make sure you're joining on Fridays from 11:30 until noon. Fridays from 11:30 until noon. And at that, every Friday, 11:30 to noon, we have the television show For the Love of It. For the Love of It television show airs every Friday, 11:30 to noon. Make sure that you're there. Make sure that you are there, beloved. Um, that and if you don't watch, make sure that you are I don't want to say it. Make sure that you are watching the replay or joining the movement. Now, we have this movement called For the Love of It. More Love Please. And if you go to the website and click on my birthday picture, says 60th birthday. You go to the website and click on that 60th birthday picture, you will be able to join the More Love Please movement. Now, I know that the world benefits from having more love in the world. The way that you can join is, first of all, add more love into your own life. That's first and foremost. Add more love into your own life. Secondly, sign up to do, here go the ways to join, $13 a month, and or sponsor an episode. And so I appreciate you. I appreciate how you showing up to the 5:40 a.m. So God has blessed me to serve in many ways. And some of those ways that I serve is they all have to do with Luke 10:27. Love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, mind, soul, and strength, and thy neighbor as thyself. They all come from that. Adding more love into the world is my life's intent. And I do it through the radio show, one episode at a time. And I do it one-to-one by just first of all, loving myself first, so that I always have more love to add wherever I go. So I try to keep my love meter pretty high. And that means that I'm serving myself consistently, that I honor what I value, that I'm true to my values, not consistently, but not perfectly. Consistently, but not perfectly. That I'm always looking to grow and expand and increase, that I am looking for opportunities to help others to grow in their love. Like I am privileged to serve as a mental health practitioner, as a therapist, as a counselor. I'm a licensed counselor in the state of Michigan, and which means that gives me the legal right to set with other people and join them where they are in their life's journey and help them to discover the answers that already live in them. They already got their own answers. Those of us who think that we come into people's lives as therapists to give them their answers, I would challenge you on that. I would challenge you. I would challenge you to honor the person who's sitting in front of you, to know that in some way or another they have their own answers. And we're there to help them to discover them. We're there to help them to discover them. But we do have a skill set: strategies, tools, insights, awarenesses, trainings that help with that process significantly. And I'm privileged to be one of the people who are able to do that. And in lots of other ways in which I show up. So the point that I'm making is that I add more love into the world by showing up in all of these different roles that Papa has privileged me. So a preacher, a teacher, a therapist, a coach from the self-love perspective, a midwife for the soul. All of that culminates to serving our soul well. Serving our soul well. Our mind, our will, our intellect, serving it well. And so my goal is to, a focus. I have 3 pillars: our thinking, our feelings, and our relationships, purpose, and then all of that feeding into purpose. So I'm super excited about possibilities. I'm super excited about where I am in life and where Papa is taking us all on this self-love journey. How about you? What do you have clarity about where you are? Do you have clarity about what your next is? Do you have clarity about possibilities for yourself? Do you? All right, let's make sure that we're having conversations. And my hope is that our conversations provide you with those kinds of clarity. So today we are talking about this notion of leftovers can be motivators. So in life, we have leftovers from life. We have leftovers from the things that have happened in life. right? We have leftovers. And those can't be motivators, right? We can look at what has happened and we can honor, first of all, one way to make our leftovers, the things from our past, one way for those to be motivators is to make peace with them. One way for them to be motivators is to make peace with them, to honor them, to not fight them, to be able to do what's necessary to make peace. And so, um, and so some things will be there. The residue is going to be there. And so with that being the case, if we spend our time like fighting it, I don't want this, I wish this wasn't, and so on and so forth, that's not going to be helpful. Because ultimately acceptance is going to have to be a key, that it is. Now, this is the thing, the serenity prayer, right? The serenity prayer. Do accept, I can't remember it, but if you can change it, change it. Have the courage to change it. Have the courage to do something different if you can change it. If you cannot, accept it and know the difference between what you can and what you cannot change. And acceptance is, it is what it is. Now what? That's a big question that I ask myself often when I am no longer able to, when there isn't an option for things to be different, at least not now. I'm like, okay, that is as it is. So now what now? Now you've done everything you can. So you're going to have to release it so that it doesn't take up space in your life for other things. Like if we're so fixated on something and we've done everything that we can, Donnie McClurkin says, stand therefore. Scripture says it too. But when you know you've done everything that you can do and the thing yet exists, so this yet exists, this is what I've been using this as an example, that this yet exists. How do you make peace with it? How do you make peace? What will you need to do to make your peace? Like, so I just want to use an example. Like sometimes there are individuals uh, who spend a lot of time, a lot of energy fighting the inevitable, right? So as we age, there are things about us that will change. There are things about us that will just change. And some people are very disturbed by the changes. So they use a lot of energy to remain youthful looking. And okay, do whatever we want to do, the thing that makes us happy, but let's make sure that it doesn't consume our life, whatever it is, because some things are a part of the natural part of life. If you're 15, you're just much more youthful than you are at 35, right? You just are. And so one of the ways that I have, that I don't struggle with age is that I celebrate every milestone. I celebrate each one of them. I'm on purpose and intentional and out loud, and I'm not hiding. My age, I'm my number. I love my number. I love what each year represents. So there are always going to be leftovers and things of that nature. Good morning, Ray. Good morning and welcome. Good morning. There are always going to be some leftovers or some reminders or whatever. And we get to decide if the reminders are going to be motivators or distractors. Motivators or distractors. So there are reminders that we're aging. They're reminders of where we were. They're reminders of where we've been. They're reminders of how we've been. And sometimes those reminders can be quite disturbing, but we've got to decide to accept them if we can't change them. If we can't change, acceptance is a key. Do everything that you can to change in the direction that you want to, that you need to. If something is disturbing you, so you also have to figure out why it's disturbing you. Like, why is it disturbing you? Like, what is the problem? What is it that you believe about the situation? You think that this is what, and so as a result of it, you are in some kind of mental and emotional bondage, right? And so it's so important for us to make peace with. You fill in the blank. You fill in the blank. Make peace with whatever is a leftover. Your leftover, make peace with your leftover. If it doesn't work for you, do something about it. Do everything you can about it. But when you've done all that you can, beloved, when you've done everything that you can, when you've done all that you can, my encouragement, my powerful and strong encouragement is to make peace and to move on with your life. Make peace and be okay with what it is that is your leftover, and use the energy towards something else, as opposed to getting trapped with I should have, I could have, I wish, if only. Ooh, shoulda, coulda, woulda keeps you trapped. If only doesn't bring you what you want. So change the language. Change the language. This is as it is. It isn't my preference. I would prefer something else. And I'm doing everything that I can to move in that direction. But it will not consume my life, right? It will not consume my life, because there's so much more to my life than that. Make peace with your past. Thank you, cousin. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, yes, yes. Make peace with it. Whatever those leftovers are, make peace with it so that you can have an amazing present. Because if we are at war with our past, it in some way forfeits our peace of now. And war with the past, you don't have peace right now, because the past will keep reminding. We've got to make peace. Let me just say, at any given time, beloved, we've done the best that we know to do. I know. Sometimes that's kind of crazy to think that was my best. Yeah. Because you couldn't have done anything different, because you weren't someone different. You weren't. You did what you did. Okay. Got to make peace with it. You got to. Because you are here today. You are here right now. And if you don't make peace with your past, that war, it shows up in your now, in your present. So you gotta own it, own it, own it. So in my self-love book, there's a chapter on there's a chapter on what's the chapter on? In my self-love book, there is a chapter on what is that chapter? Oh, self-forgiveness. There's a chapter on self-forgiveness. Good morning, Margie. Good morning. Love you. Prayers and make peace. Absolutely. There's a chapter on self-forgiveness. And in it, there's a formula, a process for forgiving yourself, for releasing yourself. So I encourage any of you, if you're struggling with making peace with your past, perhaps you may need to do some self-forgiveness that helps you to release it and let it go. It's a 4-step process. So I invite you to that chapter. So look, now is all we have. Now is all we have. So if our leftovers are not motivators, we can look at our past and say, okay, that's not what I want. So that can motivate us to be in different actions today. Look at our past and identify the leftovers as remnants of something, of decisions that we made before we were the people we are today, before we understood some things the way we understand them today. when you get new information, you can show up differently in life. So go get the information you need. Connect to who you need to connect to. Google it. Google it, right? But get the information and be in inspired actions, beloved. Don't stay where you are. You don't have to. You're a living, breathing, amazing, irreplaceable, beloved of God, a created being with divinity in you. You are fabulous beyond your imagination. Beyond your imagination, you are. There's more in you than you know. And so a leftover does not get to dictate your future, and definitely not your now. You get to choose where you're going to focus your energy, where you're going to focus your attention. You get to choose how you're going to show up. You get to choose it, beloved. And so the leftovers as a motivator, you better believe it. The leftovers as a motivator to go for to not do what I did in the past that got me what I didn't necessarily want, but I didn't have the tools or insights or support or whatever to not do it. And now when you get to a new place, you look at it as a motivator to say, oh, no, no, thank you. No, thank you. Don't fight with it. Don't be pissed off about it. Don't be used that negative energy, because what goes out got to come back. Just say, no, thank you. Do you know how sometimes in life, before we, in order to say no, we had to get mad? Like we had to be mad to say no. That's an absence of empowerment. That's an absence of empowerment. It's kind of people pleasing and all that kind of stuff. And you're like, I don't want to, but they don't know you don't want to because you keep saying yes. So, like, just develop a powerful no. Develop a powerful no. Develop a powerful no. And so then it could just be a no, thank you. No, no, I don't want that. And use your energy and your presence to say yes, absolutely. Use your energy for your astounding, amazing, powerful yes. Right? Just yes, yes, yes to the thing that's going to serve you well, serve your life, give you joy and peace and insight and all of that. So, all right, beloved. All right, all right, all right. I just wanted to come today and say, let whatever is left over. So this is a leftover. And we got lots. I got lots of leftovers. You got lots of leftovers, but this is the one I'm using as an example. It's my leftover. It's my motivator. Every time I see her, right, I'll do my work. I'll do some push-ups and some whatever to get it to where it can be get. But that's about it. That's about it. It's gonna have its place. It's gonna get its appropriate amount of energy. That's it. But it's also a reminder, drink your water, do your walking, don't overeat, monitor where you are, keep doing what you know that works so that you can stay in this 197, 190, and 190 range. Okay? All right. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for the love. Thank you for engaging. At the moment that Abba gave us our breath, me and you know what we did. We forfeited, we relinquished, we gave up the right to not be amazing. Thank you, cousin. Thank you. You and I, we do not have the right to not be amazing. I love you too. And so I look forward to tomorrow morning. Oh, and today is Brina's birthday. Happy birthday, Brina. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Brina's my bestie. I am here in New Jersey, Sicklerville, celebrating her birthday. She had a big shindig on Saturday. Today is her official birthday. Thank you, Bernie, for being here. Thank you for being here. And so we're here celebrating her today. She joined the 60 Club today. She did. She joined the 60 Club today. I know. Happy birthday, right? Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Bernie. Thank you. I'll let her know that we said happy birthday to her this morning. And so you all have a fantastic day. And I will see you in the morning. I love you. I really do. Add more love into your world, to your personal world. Add more love into you. Be intentional today. Happy birthday to my baby sis. I love you. Yes, yes, yes. Happy birthday, Brina. It's amazing, right, to have friendships. Brina and I met in the sixth grade. In the sixth grade, and we've been besties for 40 something years. It's crazy, right? For 40 something years. It's an amazing gift to have consistency of love and sisterhood and authenticity and transparency and accountability and safe space and all of that that comes in real, true, authentic relationships. You get on each other's nerves, right? And you love each other. Acceptance is a key. Acceptance, true acceptance, but to be able to just be yourself. No pretense. Accountability, right? Calling each other out like, girl, for real. Really, that's what we do it. All of that kind of stuff. But love being the truest foundation of it all, which calls you to your better self. Yeah, that true love calls you to your true. Now, love, I don't like to qualify love because if you got to qualify it, it ain't love. Love stands on its own. It don't need a word in front of it or in back of it. Love calls you to your highest good. And that's what we share, a relationship that calls us to our highest good. All right. And I pray that for you. I pray that you have a relationships that have those ingredients. But let me tell you this, to have it, you have to be it. To have it, you have to be it. You make it available to you as you are it, because you will draw it to yourself. I have absolutely amazing relationships. I have as far back as I can remember. I think my first friend her name was Sujin Chin. Sujin Chin. She was Japanese American. And I think I was only 8 years old, but I remember the relationship we shared. And that was the beginning of, outside of my family. You two are hilarious and authentic, true friends and sisters. We are. We are. We are. And it is delightful. It's absolutely delightful. Okay. All right. I love y'all. Talk to you later. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.